raise hand feature if you have a question for James. James, thanks for joining us this afternoon, and congratulations on making the title game. We'll start off with a question while we wait for some questions. But what's it mean to you to get to Detroit and to be the East champ and represent this Friday night?
Thank you for having me, and it means a lot. My second championship here. My first time was a freshman. It was a big deal then, and it's a big deal now. So to be back here again, it means the world to me, and we have to capitalize this time.
All right, we will go our first question. Mike Harrington, Buffalo News, your microphone is open.
Hi, James. I asked Coach this, and I'm just curious to your reaction as well. You guys, obviously, Jarrett's play and the offense gets most of the notoriety. You guys have had a strong season on your side of the ball. What makes this defense tick? Is it the physicality? Is it mentality? When you guys are on, what's the sign to you that you guys are really on?
It's mentality. We play with a chip on our shoulders because we feel like we're the underdogs. We don't want the notoriety. We want to be the underdogs, and we want to lay low because we want all the offense to shine. We want them to get the ball. We want them to score. We want to back them up when they're down. Especially in that U game, we wanted to score touchdowns and stuff like that. But we don't need the notoriety because we want to play each and every down like it's our last. So we don't really need all the glam and the glory and stuff like that because that's not what it's for. We play for games like this right here so they can shine.
How much did you guys have that chip against Akron? I mean, everybody gives up yards and points against Kent State, but you guys probably weren't happy with that. How much did that chip carry into that game?
It meant a lot because, we haven't played for a whole week. So, just to get back and get refreshed and to lock back in, it was needed. And, to play against Akron, you have to respect each opponent like they're better than you. So that's how we felt the whole week, like they were better than us. And we just went out there and attacked it like we did. And we basically shut them off for 3 quarters and let up at the end. But, that's what we try to do with our depth. We don't want no let-offs and no drop-offs and stuff like that. So that's the whole mentality of the defense from the ones all the way down to the threes.
Next, we'll go to Mary Margaret Johnson. Your microphone is open.
Awesome. Hey, James. First of all, just what are some of the biggest challenges you guys expect to face against Ball State on Friday?
You have to tackle well in space. I know you heard it from Coach Lapo. Tackle well in space, run to the ball, create havoc. When you run to the ball, good things happen. Forced fumbles, maybe a tip ball, you get picked off. You may never know if you just run to the ball. This whole week, I can say you're going to see like Eddie Wilson running 15 yards down the field, which is unusual. But when it really means so much to you, you're gonna put your body on the line. And I just seen through the whole defense preparation that it's going to be a good game because they're a physical team. So we have to bring our physicality and our high hats to the game and match that, or overdo that. So, man, those guys are good, and we're gonna have to play our butts off.
For you and many players on this team, having been in this position, played in this game in 2018, and felt come up short, what would this win on Friday and the MAC championship title mean to you guys?
It means the world, to have alumni that I know that won it, and they tell us to go get one for yourselves. Nobody can take that from us. We're gonna be down in the history books forever. When we come back 10 years from now, we'll be like, hey, we won it. We're gonna have good times, good memories. But I want a lot of people to just stay focused and live in the moment right now and don't worry about the end. Worry about what you're doing right now in this specific moment, and the game will come, and I try to tell people it's not a big game, it's just another game. You have to be ready for it.
All right, next, Alex Shear. Alex, your microphone is open.
James, congratulations on making it back to the MAC championship. I know you're excited. My question for you is talk about a little bit the mentality of the defense. You talked about being an underdog and kind of keeping that mentality. Has that shifted at all during practice this week as you guys are prepping for Friday night? Have you guys changed that ideology? What's the focus besides just shutting down Ball State? How are you guys kind of amping the rest of the team up to move forward to prepare for Friday?
I think it wouldn't change because when you like achieve so many things or get where you want to be, you have to humble yourself. You have to go in the room and work like you're not the best in the room, and that's that's always going to be our mentality, whether we're on top or on the bottom, you know. So you have to keep that same attitude, you know, across the board. Even the younger guys are coming up to me, be like, we need to get them. Hope guys are not overconfident or cocky because it will mess up our mentality, how we practice. You know, I love when younger guys tell me that because they're actually buying in, they're drinking the Kool-Aid that we're preaching to them as older guys. So I think it's a good thing that we have been practicing the way we have practiced this week, and you know, and through the walkthroughs and all that, I hope we continue to be locked in when it's time because you know I can't wait to play these guys. They're a good competition, and we just want to play for the MAC championship and win it this time. You know, we don't want to be crying tears on the field and walking off and being butthurt. You know, I was mad, you know, as a freshman, but you know, I'm here as a junior now, and I think I'm ready for it.
Cool. Thank you so much.
All right, next, Jonah, we will go to you. Your microphone is open.
James, somebody asked Coach Leipold earlier how he would defend Jared Patterson. I don't know if you got any insight on that, but what has it been like for you chasing him around in practice and maybe backyard games growing up all these years? You know, what's it like trying to actually defend him?
It's easy, man. A lot of people are scared of Jared, but it's easy. There's no recipe to it. It's like, nah, yeah. You know, it's hard to really play Jared because him and Smoke really equal out each other so much. You know, once Jared's in the game, you have to be ready for a scat back, a guy who miss you, make you miss in the phone booth and man get out in the pass and do a lot of things that are sneaky and get you off your toes. While Smoke, he's versatile as well, you know, but he's more of a one cut guy. You know, he's gonna get up and run through you, run around you. He's very fast. A lot of people underestimate his speed, but you know, one thing I like about Smoke, he gets down and dirty. A lot of people don't notice that about Smoke. His mindset is different from a lot of guys. He'll get on punt return. He'll be the lead blocker on kick return. You know, it's a lot of things they don't see that Smoke does. And I think practicing against those guys and the offensive line we have makes the whole defense, the front seven and the back end, so much better than what we are, you know, because we get to go against those guys every day and just to compete and go against those guys, man, it's a blessing.
All right, next we'll go to Greg. Greg, Greg Vorst, your microphone is open.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good, and yourself?
I'm well, thank you. For you guys on defense, and you dabble in special teams a little bit too, how have you been so opportunistic this season? I joked with Lance that if I had a MAC fantasy team, you guys would definitely be who I'd start on defense and special teams. What's working that you're able to not just create turnovers, but take those to the house?
You know, just communication and just run to the ball. Like I said, you know, good things happen when you swarm to the ball. You know, I've been preached that to my whole life, and here is they just overemphasize it to really run to the ball, to knock at the ball, to when the ball's in the air, it's yours. You know, don't wait for it, make the opportunity yours. So I think it's important for us to keep playing like that and have that mindset every game, every practice. You know, we do it in practice, it's gonna happen in the game. You know, Big Eddie been punching the ball out, George Wallow, you know, Gaddafi Wright, Tensuri, Tyree Thompson, all the whole defense, the ones, twos, and threes have really been trying to focus on turnovers and stuff like that, and then scoop and score. Or if you don't get it the first time, dive on it. You know, it's a lot of things that we do on a daily basis that a lot of people don't see.
Today's National Signing Day, and obviously you had your moment there a few years ago. Lance mentioned how big it is to be in that Baltimore, DC area and have you and your brother and other guys kind of keep that rich pipeline flowing. What does that mean to you to see the younger guys coming through your area where you grew up wanting to follow in your and your brother's footsteps?
You know, amongst the team, we have a little competition, you know, who's going to get the most commits from their area. You know, me and my brother and several other guys like Ron Cook, Jalen McNair, Dylan Powell, Kalen Shepard, all the Maryland guys are very excited when another Maryland guy comes up here, especially in your position. You know, you'd be like, yeah, he's from Maryland, he's this, he's that, or they're from Florida, they're from Michigan, they're from Cali, you know. So we have a little friendly competition or joke with each other about who has the best football. And when they like high schools play each other, like we watch it too, because like we know some of the guys who play on ESPN, like St. Francis versus like a Florida team, or like St. John's versus a Cali team. Like I'm always gonna go with the home team versus their guys because I believe in my guys.
All right. If there's any further questions, we could take one more question for James. All right, James. Hey, want to thank you once again for joining us today, and best of luck on Friday night, and we'll see you up in Detroit.
I appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Go Bulls.